In this video, I'm going to show you how to do this mirror effect for your videos. Now pay attention to the mirrors and you'll see something a little different. So for this video, I'm not going to show you exactly how to film it, but I am going to explain to you how I filmed it, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can edit it with your phone. So let's go into my phone. We have the app Video Leap. That is the one I'm using for this type of effect. So we open Video Leap, we press the plus sign, and we're gonna add the two clips that we wanna add. And it is these two clips right here. So we're gonna add to project. And if we slowly scrub through it, we see that this is the first clip. You don't see anything different. And then it goes into the second clip, and it's me dancing. These are the two clips that I used to create that video. Now, how did I film this? Well, I set it up so you couldn't see the tripod in the mirrors, but I set it up in a way where when I walk into the frame, you can see me in the front mirror and that side mirror. And that is gonna be crucial for the type of effect that we're going for. So when you're actually about to film, you're gonna film two separate clips. So as you can see, if we look back at our footage, the first clip I used was me just in front of the mirror looking down, and the second one was me dancing in front of the mirror. Those are two separate clips that we're gonna use. So when you wanna use an effect like this, you need to make sure that you have separate clips that you can layer on top of each other. So if we go back to the clip that I want to show in the second mirror, we are gonna highlight it, we're gonna press and hold, and we're gonna drag it up so that we have a second layer. Now, the clips aren't side by side, one is on top of the other. But if we scrub through it, as you can see, the first one disappears and the second one appears when the playhead goes through with it. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna make sure that this second clip is highlighted, and I'm gonna press opacity and bring that opacity all the way down so that I can still see both clips. This is gonna help with the adjusting of the overall clips. Now we're gonna come back to our first clip, and I'm gonna move the playhead and shorten the clip to where I'm just walking into the frame. So I'm gonna stop it right there. So hold and drag it. And if we start moving, I just walk into the frame there. And I'm gonna wanna move the second clip to where I'm walking back into the frame after I leave the frame. So scrub, scrub, right there. So that is where I wanna place the second clip. But we wanna make sure that the second clip is of me walking into the frame as I'm walking into the frame in the first clip. So, as we scrub through, you can tell that they do not match up just yet. So we're gonna have to shorten the second clip, and we're gonna have to drag it to where that first clip is when I walk into the frame. See how it is? As you can see, if we look closely, you can still see me actually turning on the record button on my phone, so that's something that we don't want. So I'm still gonna have to shorten this second clip. And now we're gonna see, press and hold, move it around. And so as you can see, I'm already dancing in this clip. And then I walk in. So we want to move it to where I'm just walking in, right about there. So we move the second clip right there. Now we're gonna see how it looks. So we scrub through again, and as you see, it's just me dancing. So I shortened the second clip a little too much. So we're gonna have to extend it again and see. All right. Now as you can see, now in the second clip, it's me walking in. Now it's just all about lining things up. Now if we scrub through again, that looks pretty good. If we look in the second mirror, you can see that I'm walking into the mirror as both clips are lined up. So when they're both lined up, you can see that I'm appearing in the mirror. So that is good. That is what we want. Now, what we want to do, we're going to want to add a mask. But first, let's raise the opacity back all the way up. So after you raise the opacity back up to 100, you're going to want to go to mask. So we're going to press mask, and the mask that we're going to use is the rectangle mask. We're going to use the rectangle mask because you'll see in a second how easy it is to maneuver around, and you're going to be able to select a very specific area just to mask. So we're going to press rectangle, and when we press rectangle, you see that a rectangle appears on our screen. With this rectangle, we have the ability to make it longer, raise the feather, we can maneuver it however we want. If we use both fingers, we can rotate it. We can do a lot with this rectangle. That is why we're going to use this specific mask. If we use any other kind of mask, this type of effect will not work. So we're going to adjust the mask just so it fits this second mirror. So we're going to take a little bit of maneuvering, adjust it, make it a little smaller. It's okay if we see the top of the mirror there. Just don't cut off your head. And maybe slightly smaller. With this mask, we want to make it as small as possible and make it fit the exact area that we want. If we make it too big, you'll notice that the scene looks a little bit off. But if we keep it small, we're going to keep the first clip as close to the original clip as possible. And that's something we want for the effect to be effective. Now that we have our mask in place, we are going to play this video and see how it looks. Now, all we have left to do is adjust the end of the clip so it ends where it doesn't look like I'm going to turn off the camera. So, we're just gonna press and hold and drag it to where I know I'm still in the frame dancing. That's pretty good. Come to the second clip, do the same, adjust it so they both end at the same time. Just check it again real quick. Now we are gonna check our video once again just to see how it looks. Now, that doesn't look bad at all. Obviously, you can tighten it up just a little bit, but that's, again, just me nitpicking myself. When I want to be perfect with it, I'll make it perfect. But that is how you get that type of effect with your phone. Now, again, it's key to remember these points when it comes to filming this type of effect. One, you need to set up your tripod and don't move it. Your camera needs to be set up in the same spot for both shots that you take. Two, you need to make sure that you don't change anything in your environment. You want to keep the environment as close as possible in both clips. That way, when you do mask things, nothing's gonna look too far off from each other. Three, you need to be patient because the masking process could take a little bit of time, but once you get everything masked correctly, you're gonna have a pretty cool looking video. If this was a tutorial that you liked, if this was a tutorial that you enjoyed, be sure to check out plenty more tutorials that I have in my Pocket Video Academy. The link is in the description below. And while you're at it, you might as well hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So until the next video, I'm Steven. I'll catch you later. Peace.